How women really want you to talk to them. I'm making a video about this because the mainstream advice on this topic is typically very counterproductive, and I'm going to try my best to highlight what mainstream advice says about each topic and why they're getting it wrong. So the first thing I want to mention in this video is that you need to be going to talk to women as soon as you see them. You don't need to worry about waiting for the perfect moment. You don't need to worry about interrupting them. Women want guys who are assertive, confident, believe in themselves. And what do these guys do? They are go-getters. As soon as they see a woman they want to talk to, they go and talk to her and they start moving their lips. This is far more attractive than the guy who's lurking in the corner, staring at her, waiting for his opportunity to pounce, and probably ruminating in his mind the perfect opener to win her attention. Okay, that's not a good idea at all. And also I want you to know that it's perfectly fine to interrupt women, provided that they think you are providing more value than what was already going on in their lives, okay? You can interrupt a group of girls who are talking in the club if you're more interesting, fun, charismatic than what's going on. You can interrupt a woman as she's on her way to the shopping mall, provided you're more interesting, funny, charismatic, fun than what she's already doing, okay? Now the second thing I want to mention in this video is that please say what you want to say. Now, what does most mainstream advice tell men to say to women they're attracted to? It'll probably tell them to ask them lots of questions, be interested in what they have to say, be kind, polite, use lots of compliments. The problem with that, if you do that, you're going to come across like every other loser guy that's tried to speak to her, and you have no way of showing her how unique, how fun, how charismatic, how interesting you are, because you're completely focusing the conversation on her. So she has no way to differentiate you from every other guy who's ever hit on her, okay? Plus, she's heard these questions so many times before that she gets bored of them. Oh, where do you work? Where do you come from? Where were you born? What are your hobbies? What are your pets? What music do you like? Who is your mum? Okay? All of these questions, she's not excited to answer these until she knows that you're cool. She's not excited to accept your compliments either. Oh, you're so beautiful. I love your eyes. You have great style. Until she knows that you're cool. Then the compliments actually mean something to her. Now, you can even interrupt what a woman is saying. If you sense that she is leading the conversation down a boring path, which isn't good for either of you, you can interrupt and make the conversation more interesting.
Much more, I like your body and I don't care about the person itself, so I just want to have sex with you.
Actually, this is interesting because in the UK, I don't know if it has become or will soon become illegal to like stare at women.
Really?
Yeah,
okay.
We're having all these new anti-harassment laws. We think it's a bit too far. Now that you know this, you should have no reason to hesitate because you're thinking of the perfect thing to say. Women much prefer when a man is authentic and just say whatever is on his mind than some clever pickup line that he thought of 5 minutes ago because to win her over, okay? That is what men who are down here do to try and like jump up to a woman's level. She doesn't want you to jump up to her level. She wants you to already be at her level. So don't be afraid to say whatever's on your mind. Have a debate that you are having with your friends. Share your opinion on something you were thinking about earlier today, okay? This is going to be far more unique and going to give you much more of a chance to make an emotional impact than focusing the conversation on her initially. Now, the third thing I want to mention is teasing. Mainstream advice would never tell a man to tease a woman. What would it tell her to do? Compliment her, be kind, be nice, listen to her, ask her questions, be interested in what she has to say, okay? But is that the way it really works when two people have a rapport? No, in most cultures, when two people have a rapport and they feel comfortable in each other's company, they tease each other. Now, I'm not talking about insults, I'm not talking about negs, I'm not talking about dragging down the other person's confidence. I'm talking about playfully and light-heartedly making fun of the silly things that another person says, or silly things that another person does. Now, you will be walking a tightrope when you're teasing a woman. A tightrope, you're going to risk offending her, but you need to walk that tightrope to prevent yourself from being boring. Now, to ensure you stay on the right side of that tightrope, I would recommend you don't make fun of anything that's true, and you especially don't make fun of anything which she can take seriously, which is going to upset her.
It can be a little bit of a disposable way of looking at people, you know, going through Tinder, I think.
Yes.
Social media.
Well, you've disposed hundreds and hundreds of men without giving them a chance.
No.
Used dating apps?
No,
No.
never. No, I've heard a lot, but I never used
You've
it.
heard a lot?
Yes.
What have you heard?
Tinder, Bumble.
Oh, you've heard of them?
Yeah, I've heard
Oh,
of
good
them.
for you. Good for you. Tell me about the last date you went on. How did you meet?
Last date was, let me remember that was quite ago.
Oh God. Years? Years ago? Silly little things that she says, silly little things that she does. Get used to teasing her about that and watch her face light up when she realizes she's in the company of a man who has a sense of humor, who feels comfortable around her, who is going to spike her emotions, positive and negative. It's going to make a world of difference to your interactions. Now, the fourth thing I want to mention is leading, okay? All of the advice we say in these videos usually comes from the theory of sexual polarization, okay? Masculine energy loves to lead and take charge, take initiative, okay? Feminine energy loves to be led, okay? Most women don't want to take the lead in a conversation, especially if you're the one approaching her, okay? It's up to you to lead the conversation, to make it interesting, but also to progress the interaction to where you want it to go. Okay, so you're in charge of coming up with interesting topics, but you're also in charge of swapping contact details if you think it's going well, inviting her on a date, deciding where that date is going to be. When you're on the date, you're the one who comes up with interesting things to talk about. You're the one who invites her to a second venue. You're the one who invites her back to your place, okay? Lead. Feminine women want masculine men to lead them, okay? And don't let anyone tell you any different. Now, the final point I want to make on this video is that you need to walk the walk. You can't just talk the talk. Okay? You need to own your words. You need your body language and your voice tonality to also communicate that you're this assertive, fun, charismatic guy who feels like he's on the same level as a beautiful woman. Okay, if you tease a woman, but your body language and your voice signals that you're not comfortable teasing her and you're worried that you're going to lose her, then it's not going to work. Okay, if you try to lead her confidently, but you don't do it in a confident and assertive way, it's not going to work. And in fact, that is when the how dare yous start. Okay, when you tease a woman, but you don't own it, you come across as like a low value guy trying to tease her, and that's when you're going to get the how dare you, how dare this man tease me, okay? How dare this man who's not confident try to lead me, okay? Doesn't he know who I am? But if you own your words, if you everything about you shows that you're a confident guy who's excited to lead, is excited to tease girls, excited to have fun, that's when it works, okay? Now, this isn't easy. You need to build a lot of confidence in yourself and the way you present yourself. But I teach you how to do this in my book. It's called Big Dick Energy. This book features 12 powerful exercises to help you naturally unleash your masculine energy in conversations and effortlessly attract amazing feminine women. Okay, you're going to love this book, especially if you're a guy who sometimes struggles to attract the attention and the respect of the women he's attracted to. There's a link for this book in the description and the pinned comment. Hope you enjoyed this video. My name's Joe, and I'll speak to you real soon.